Morning, guys and girls. I'm going with a hat look today, having a bad hair day as we progress with these third rolls, splitting them up thematically, so this should be short and sweet today. We're just looking, when we make a point, say like 3-1, an opponent makes a major split to our bar, either with, 6-4 he would run, but say 6-3 or 6-2. So whenever we make a point, either 3-1, 4-2, 5-3, 6-4, the bar with 6-1, and, well, he can't actually split with 6-1, so we don't even have to look at the bar. It's just a 5-4-3, 2 points, so 4 scenarios where opponent splits to our bar. How do we handle them? My memory's not that good, so instead of going through everything, trying to memorize them, let's just go through this one as sort of a reference position, and the rest we can just look for how they vary. So let's just go through all of these ones to start, and then it'll be much quicker, and we can just look at the differences to learn the theory rather than just relying on memory. So 6-5 is an interesting one already. Nearly always with a 6-5 we double hit, except after we make the 5. So if we make the 4, the 3, or the 2, it's right just to whack him twice. But after 6-5, after 3-1, when we make the 5 point, this is so strong that it's an error, borderline error, not to do this, just to bring 2 down. The upside's so big, the priming structure's so huge, that it's just right to bring 2 down. Whereas like 5-1, we never double hit. We just hit loose on the bar, but 6-5, after the 5 point, we're 2 down. All the others we can double hit. That's pretty easy. 6-4, what would you do here? Hit and split. Well, we're hitting for sure with 6. Would you split or come down to the 9? And turns out they're pretty close. Let's have a look. I think they're pretty close. I've looked through these. Yeah, 0.007, slightly better to split. 6-3, obviously we hit. 6-2, we hit loose and come in. We don't gain enough by bringing another man down or splitting with all those returns. It's nice. We've got better board, stronger race. Just clean it up. No particular rush to split. Then we've got more men in the zone to attack. 6-1, obviously we make the bar. 5-4 is going to hit. 5-3 is nearly always right in this opening to bring one down and split. Just don't even think about hitting. Yeah. So splitting down. 5-2 is much closer, whether to hit or not, or just to come down and split, and it's pick 'em. So these we are sort of going through and just memorizing, and then we'll see the differences in the different point-making structures. Hopefully it will make sense. So yeah, it's real pick 'em between this play or this play. Doesn't really matter what you do. Yeah. So 5-1, we never really hit twice, losing our 8 point in this scenario after we made the 3-4 or 2. 5-4, 3 or 2, we just hit from the 13 point. 4-3, it's nearly always right to duplicate 2s or 4s, just play down to the 9 and the 21. 4-2 hits loose. 4-1, we're hitting with a 1. Other players are just too passive. We're losing the race. He's going to anchor or make a point, so we've got to hit with a 1. Do we bring a man down or split? I think they're close for this one after the 6-3. Let's just have a look. Yeah, exactly, pick 'em. So do what you like. It's probably easier just to remember either. It's fine. 3-1. We're going to hit and split. Again, same principle. We've got to hit. Now, after 4-1 it was pick 'em, but 3-1 it's a little bit better to split than come down. 2-1 is a bit like the 6-2. We can just hit and come in. Don't want to leave millions of returns. Winning the game seems pretty obvious. The doubles, double 6, 18 and bar, double 5 with blitz, double 4, usual 9 and 20, double 3. We just eschew the hit on the 15 and make the bar. It's pretty solid. and double two. This one you could go wrong. It looks like a waste, but it's right just to hit and come in. We don't think about making the 20 or the 4 and the 22 or anything like that. It's just a nice position. Play it the same as a 6-2. Hit him, put him on the bar. We've got the stronger ball. There's no particular rush to anchor. I don't know, he might fan or whatever. Just interested what happens if he fans with the cube action. It might be a borderline cube here. Let's just have a look at that. Yeah, double, not just borderline, easy double, 0.075. So that shows you why, one of the reasons why it's right to just play the double two like that. Okay, so are there any differences after we roll a 3-1 to open and he responds with a 6-2, same major suit split, but going to his 11 instead of 10 point with the 6-2? Are there any differences between what we just looked at? 5-4, this time hit and split is absolutely clear. I think before, let's just have a look. So yeah, before we could hit on the 15, so here with a 5-4, yeah, I mean, so 5-4 we hit and split, whereas 5-3, it's clear just to play to the 21 and 8. I guess if you get to split all the way to his 20 and it goes well, we're attacking that builder on the 14. He's got to come in and that puts it under pressure. That's the big difference, but it's an error just to come down to hit here, whereas with the 5-4 it's clear. So that's a bit of a difference. And the 5-2, I think we just let's have a look. I can't remember. Split slightly better than hitting. So no hit, just come down 13 and 22 like that. Only 0.007, but still. How about 4-1? We've looked at the reason why we got a hit, and here it's going to be clear to split because you're pressuring that block 6 away, whereas after 6-3, I think the 4-1 was pick 'em, whether to come down or not, but this time, so it seems clear when you can split to the 20, the advantage is bigger when he's on the bar to make it next time as well. It's much more powerful than splitting to the 20 when he's on the bar. Even though it may give him a good 6, but you've got loads of returns, so I don't think you have to worry about it this time. And 6-3, it's slightly better to split after this. Obviously when he went to the 10, we just hit him. Here the 6, the hit is clear, whether you come down or to split. I think splitting just gains a bit more advantage. If you come down, you're only building on the 4, 6 away. It's not that huge. It gives him a 4-6 as well, so we split after that. Okay, I think that's it. All the doubles are the same. Yeah. So we've looked at all the 3-1, 6-2, 6-3s, 3-1, 6-2s. How about after 4-2, 6-3? I think they're all the same as the 3-1, 6-3. The responses, except this time we looked at that before. 6-5 double hit is clear, it's a blunder not to, whereas if we make the 5 we just bring 2 down. 4-1 is an exception. I think this time we hit and bring a man down. Let's have a look. It's clear here, whereas after the 5 point it was pick 'em, whether to split or not. Yeah, so here it's half an error not to. Just bring one down, hit and split. And the double 3, after the 5 point, we obviously had the 5 point already. So this time we hit, and instead of making the bar, we make the 5 point. Yes, it leaves some returns, but the upside's huge, the fanning potential. Pretty much when we can make the 5 point with the double 3, we do in these kind of split to the bar scenarios. Yeah, so that's all the 4-2-6-3s. What about 4-2-6-2? Are there any differences? No, I looked through them, and they're all exactly the same as 4-2-6-3, so that's nice and easy. Just want to make sure that the recording's working. Just give me a second. How long have we got? Yeah, 10 minutes, and we're over halfway done. You'll be pleased to know. Short and sweet today. Okay, so now we move on to 5-3-6-3. It's more similar than after 4-2-6, 5-3-1-6-3. It's pretty similar to 4-2-6-3, this one. So they're all the same as 4-2-6-3. We're now looking at 5-3-6-3. All the same except 3-2. This time you just bring 2 up from the back. It's a bit of a change to the 21 and 20. Whereas after the 4-2, we play 21 and 11. A more normal play. This is quite unusual. I guess there's not quite as much incentive to prime once we made the 3-point as the 4-point. So it's slightly better to bring 2 up. It's not like a huge error if you play 21 and 11 the same as before. It's just 006. Double 2 this time. Obviously, just don't forget to switch. Can make the 4-point and switch. Couldn't do that when we made the 4. And now this is quite a big difference. The 6-6. So after we make the 5-point on the 4-point, it's right just to make both bars 18 and 7 twice, 18 and 7 twice. But this time, now that our point's deeper in board, it's clear to blitz. Yeah, it's an error not to. So we make a hit on the 7 twice and on the 1 twice, like that. I guess we're a couple more pips ahead in the race, plus we're not priming as much once we made the 3 or the deuce. It's just clear to go for the blitz. Yeah. Let's just have a look. If it was a match play, what the cube action would be. Obviously there's Jacoby, it's going to be double pass if he fans. It goes too good in a match. If he fans and say he comes in with 1, it's double pass. If he comes in with 1 on the deuce point, it's double pass. And if he comes in with both, it's still a double. Okay, so now we know all the cube actions and why the blitzing is so strong. I mean, you go too good in a match, or double pass for money, double take if he enters. Okay, back to action. Where were we? We were doing yeah, I think we've gone through all the 5-3s. So now we look at 5-3-6-2. We looked at 5-3-6-3. They're all the same as 5-3-6-3 except 3-1. What do you do with the 3-1 here? So I'll give you a clue. After the 4-point, do you remember what we did? Hit and I think split. No, sorry, hit and down. They're relatively close. Well, not so close. 0.009, half an hour almost. So hit and down. I think it's probably the same then. Can't see any reason to split. Should be even more hit and down now. Yeah. So sorry, there's no real big difference here. Maybe the difference. Sorry, the difference after 6-3. Yeah, we hit and split, I think, because then it pressures at 6 away the blot. Or even then it's pick 'em. It's pick 'em, yeah, because you pressure. But after here, it's hit and down. All the others are the same except double 4. Where now it's right to make the 20 and the 4-point. But all the other ones we looked at so far, it was 20 and the 9-point. I guess the 3-4-6 combination when he's got blots everywhere, and because you come up to the 20, you're pressuring that blot 6 away, and he's got 2 other blots to tidy up. So you want the board, but really it's pretty close. 005. The normal play of that is virtually the same, 0.005, but quite like the principle whenever you're attacking the blot, make the board to put all the other blots under pressure. How about after 6-4? So we decide to go for an attacking play, making the deuce point, and now we've got to go through them again. They're very similar to 5-3 after we make the 3 point, but when we make the 2 point, 6-2, we hit and split. Hit and split's clear here. And the same with 5-3, hit and split. And 3-2, we even hit on the ace rather than the double up. And I think the thing is, you very rarely want to bring builders down after we made the 4 point. The theme of the game is not to make the prime with a 5-4 and 3 point, because the 2 and the 8 aren't connected, they're 7 apart, they're not part of a 6 prime. So we've got no interest in sort of hitting and bringing down. We want to attack, we're blitz because we've got the deuce point, and split because we're ahead in the race if it goes well. Make the anchor. What about 6-4, 6-2? They're all the same as after 6-4, 6-3, except yeah, same thing. 6-3, we hit and split. It's clear. Same principle. And 5-3, this time 5-3 and 5-2, no hit. So after the 6-3, we want to be hitting, but this time I think you just make quiet plays by a long way, 21 and 8. It's quite difficult to see the difference. Why after 6-3 we'd attack, but 6-2 we just play passive. Maybe we got one more pip in the race, and his builder on the 11 is nowhere near as constructive as the 10. When he's on the 9 or 10 point, it's a real incentive to attack him because he's not doing much here. Doesn't give him that many extra point making numbers compared to the being on the 10 or the 9. Maybe that's another reason, but I'm not entirely sure why. But same with 5-2. After the 6-2, we don't attack. We just make the passive play. Same with 3-2. After he's rolled 6-3, it's right to hit. But after this play, yeah, you see it's passive again. We go back to the double up at the back, just 22 and 21. We don't hit. And the 3-1. So what logic would you use here with the 3-1? Notice we're not making the 5 point with these 3-1s. We're not priming. We're not really ahead in the race. It's at 2 pips, but he's going to be on roll next time. So we rolled 5-7 pips, and he's on roll. We're not really ahead, so we just make the passive play 22 and 21. Look to anchor, or small ahead in the race. So 3-1. What would you do? We hit, and do we bring another one down to try and blitz and bring man in the zone? No, we just split. We don't want to prime. And we're leaving lots of shots. If we get hit back, we want to anchor. Don't want to be stuck with 2 on the 21. So this one's clear. So anyway, I think we've gone through all of the, yeah, you see, really clear, 0.035. I'm sure a lot of people could go wrong here, either hitting him down, looking to unstack the mid, or making the 5. It's a good position. I guess some of the 6-4, you've got to kind of understand, if you make that play, what you're trying to achieve and how to play it afterwards if you do decide to make the deuce point. Nothing wrong with it, especially at Gammon Go scores. How long have we spent on this? About 20 minutes? Yeah, 19. Okay, so we're done. So next time, to complete all the point making third roll sequences, or not quite all, we can look at when opponent, that was what I call a big split to the 6 point, but we can look what happens when he splits, say, to 21 point, or like that, like a major split. Well, that's a major split, or the minor split when he splits with 1. 4-2, something like that. Say he rolls 5-2, plays it like that, what do we do? Or 4-3, when do we attack, when do we blitz, when do we hit and split, or when do we hit and come down? We'll look through all of those. And then I think we're done, because we've already looked at the point making versus point making, and point making versus running, and today the point making versus coming to the 6. So all we've got to do is when he splits in our board now. And we're done with all the point making responses. And I'll probably watch it back myself just to try and solidify the learning, see if I pick anything else up. Hope it was useful. See you next time.